You've probably heard the line that the first $100,000 is the hardest. It sounds like a cliché until you run the numbers and feel the psychology. That first six-figure milestone is a grind because you're doing most of the lifting. Your dollars are young, compounding is quiet, and life keeps inventing reasons to spend. But once you cross that line, the math starts helping you. Momentum flips. Today we're going to make the case for why the first $100,000 is the toughest, show exactly how to get there on different budgets, and give you a simple system that protects your plan even when life gets noisy. Think about money like a flywheel. At zero, it's heavy and stubborn. You push and nothing moves. That's your first few months of auto-investing. Then you see a tiny change. That's the flywheel turning a few degrees. You keep pushing, and one day the wheel helps you push it. That moment is what the first $100,000 unlocks. At long-term market returns, assume roughly 7% a year, not guaranteed, $100,000 can throw off around $7,000 in a typical year without you doing anything extra. That $7,000 then earns its own return. Your money is finally working shifts. So how do you turn someday into a date on a calendar? Start with automatic investing and let time do the heavy lift. The math is straightforward. At about 7% annual growth, compounded monthly, these are realistic timelines to hit 100,000 purely from contributions and compounding. If you invest $200 a month, you're looking at roughly 19.5 years. $250 a month gets you there in about 17.25 years. $300 a month, around 15.5 years. $400 a month, about 12.9 years. $500 a month, roughly 11.1 years. $600 a month, 9.7 years. $750 a month, a little over 8 years. $1,000 a month, about 6.5 years. $1,500 a month, under 5 years. That's the map. You don't have to love the timeline, you just have to pick a lane and start walking. Now, add the quiet superpower almost everyone overlooks, the employer match. If your job matches 5%, then 5% of your salary is doubled on day one. That is a 100% return on that matched slice before the market does anything. Suppose you make $39,000 a year and contribute 5%, about $162 a month, and your employer matches it dollar for dollar. You've turned 162 into 324 immediately. That alone moves you from the $300 a month lane to the $325 a month lane, shaving months off your timeline. If you later bump your own contribution toward 10% while the match stays at 5, you're suddenly in the about $500 a month plus lane, and the clock tightens to roughly 11 years. If your budget is tight, make this the one non-negotiable. Capture the full match, then auto-increase your contribution by 1% every quarter or year until you hit your target. You won't feel a 1% nudge. Your future will. But I've got debt. Then we split your plan into 2 tracks that run together. Track 1. Still capture the match because it's free money. Track 2. Attack high-interest debt with a hybrid method. Pay minimums on all balances, then focus every extra dollar on the smallest balance first for a quick win, switch to the highest interest after that, and repeat. Every balance you kill permanently raises your monthly investing capacity. While you're doing that, build a tiny emergency fund, $250, $500, $1,000, so car tires and copays don't knock you off the road. A small buffer is not fancy. It's a seatbelt. What do I actually buy? Keep it simple and cheap. A broad total market index fund or a low-cost all-in-one ETF that stays balanced for you is enough. You do not need hot stock tips. You do not need to time the market. You do not need to become a day trader. Your edge is consistency, costs, and time. If markets dip, your automatic contributions buy more shares at a discount. If markets rise, your balance swells. Either way, you win by showing up. How do I find the money? 3 levers, low pain. Lever 1, the 1% rule. Turn on an automatic 1% contribution increase every quarter or every year. 4 little clicks in a year equal a 4% bump you barely notice. Lever 2. The loyalty audit. Once a year, reshop insurance, internet, and phone. Companies quietly raise prices on customers who never call. A half-hour call often unlocks $20 to $50 a month you can redirect to your plan. Lever 3. The rent delta. If you rent in a high-cost area, commit to investing the difference between the fancy place and the sensible place. Automate that difference on payday so you never see it in checking. If housing already eats too much, set a date to renegotiate, downsize, get a roommate, or move. One bold housing decision is worth more than a dozen tiny frugality hacks. What if I want to go faster without burning out? Add a small, believable side play for a season, plus $300 a month is enough. Pet seating, tutoring, weekend event shifts, freelance tasks, local services like lawn care or house cleaning, 1 evening a week can do it. Route 100% of that side income to your investment autopilot. When the season ends, keep the autopilot and retire the extra work. You just permanently moved yourself to a faster lane. Let's make this emotional and practical. The first $5,000 feels like nothing. You stare at the screen and think, that's it? But that 5 becomes 10, 10 becomes 25, and at around 30 to 40,000, you notice something odd. Your investment growth in a good year starts to approach your monthly contribution. By 50 to 60,000, you'll have months when the account grows more than you put in. That's the tipping point. Past 80,000, inertia is obvious. The account often makes more than your car payment in a month. At 100,000, a boring 7% year adds about 7,000. That is a lot of groceries, a lot of rent, a lot of breathing room, created by a decision you made years ago and stuck with. Okay, but what if the market tanks while I'm building? Then you keep buying. Downturns feel awful and look amazing in hindsight. Your contributions: buy more shares at lower prices. When the recovery comes, and historically it has, the extra shares do the heavy lifting. The only way to guarantee losing is to stop. Your rule in storms is the same as in sunshine: automate, ignore headlines, protect your cash buffer, and keep living your life. What keeps people from ever reaching 100,000? 3 traps. Trap 1 is lifestyle creep. Every raise gets eaten by nicer everything. The counter is a rule you set in advance. Any raise, split it. For example, 50% to investing, 25% to savings, 25% to fun. Trap 2 is complexity. People build the perfect spreadsheet and never start. Your counter is the 2-fund or single all-in-one fund approach and auto-investing on payday. Trap 3 is sabotage, cashing out early for a short-term want. Your counter is a microfund, decent insurance, and a simple promise: I do not sell long-term investments for short-term problems. How do I stay motivated when the number moves slowly? Scoreboard and story. Put a 1-page tracker on a closet door with your current balance, your monthly contribution, your next auto-increase date, and your reason. Update once a month, never daily. Celebrate milestones at 10,000, 25, 50, 75 with a small memory that doesn't break the plan. And tell yourself the right story. You are not saving. You're buying back decades of future peace. You're setting a version of you free. If you want a mental shortcut for patience, use the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your approximate annual return to estimate a doubling time. At about 7%, money roughly doubles every 10 years. That means the sooner you stack the first dollars, the less heroic your monthly number has to be. A 25-year-old investing $300 a month can hit 100,000 around age 40. A 35-year-old who can push $750 a month can get there in a bit over 8 years. A 40-year-old at $500 a month is in the 11-year lane. Different lanes, same destination. It's not too late. It's just math. Let's pull this together into a plan you can set up in an hour. Step 1. Log into your workplace plan, turn on contributions to capture the full match, and enable auto-increase by 1%. Step 2. Open or confirm your simple low-cost index fund or all-in-one ETF. Step 3. Build or top up a micro-emergency fund so a flat tire doesn't raid your investments. Step 4. Do one loyalty audit call today and redirect the savings to your auto invest. Step 5. Pick a small side play or a one-time lump sum to jumpstart your balance. Tax refund, bonus, selling anything you don't use, and deposit it straight into your fund. Step 6. Put your scoreboard where you'll actually see it and set a calendar reminder to update it monthly. The first $100,000 is the most difficult because it's the part where you rely on discipline more than growth. It's the stage where friends roll their eyes and say your $150 won't matter, and you quietly double it with a match and do it again next payday. It's the part where markets wobble and you keep contributing anyway. It's the part where you say no to one upgrade today so you can say yes to 1,000 choices later. Crossing 100,000 doesn't make you rich overnight. It makes you dangerous to money stress. It proves you can build, not just hope. And from there, the same boring, beautiful system. Pay yourself first, take the match, keep costs low, auto-increase, protect the plan, ignore the noise, will take you wherever you want to go next. Education only, not financial advice. If you're in, comment with your monthly number and which lane you're choosing. Then go set the match, flip on auto-increase, and let day one be today.